Well, guess I'll be playing Sonic Racing CrossWorlds soon, and we got a lot of news suddenly leading up to the game's release. So, as the Foxboy acts with the Sonic facts, let's go try and see what all tracks we have and maybe talk about some tracks I'd like to see, even if we don't actually get them. In case you're not really caught up on Sonic Racing CrossWorlds news, let me recap ever so briefly. So the game is a kart racer that primarily focuses on the Sonic cast, but features other Sega IP as well as collaborative IPs such as, at the time of this recording, SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Avatar, Minecraft, and Pac-Man. The last one is a two-way crossover as Sonic and Green Hill Zone will feature in the new Pac-Man game, releasing the day after CrossWorlds. The difference between this and previous Sonic Racing entries that were Sega All-Stars based is that we get almost the entire main Sonic cast rather than just a few characters. We're even getting a Werehog car and skin, as well as 3 Sonic Prime variants. And all the stages, aside from the collaborative IP stages, are Sonic stages with a few original tracks mixed in. The gimmick of CrossWorlds being that at the end of lap 1, first place chooses to travel through one of 2 movie-inspired ring portals that take you to another track for the second lap, one of the 2 rings being random and the other being pre-selected. Another big gimmick is the intensive vehicle customization, and speaking of, the game features Extreme Gear as a vehicle option. Extreme Gear being what they call hoverboards in the Sonic Rider series. They'll control the same as the cars of course, but that doesn't mean it won't have its unique aspects. So far we have an extensive list of officially confirmed tracks, as well as some unofficially confirmed tracks. Cool, some of these are a given. Casino Park / Bingo Highway aesthetic, Seaside Hill / Ocean Palace aesthetic. These were to be expected. They've been doing that since the beginning of the All-Stars Racing series. We got Metal Harbor, which is pretty cool. We've had an airship carrier stage before, so it's neat that they finally said,
let's just do Metal Harbor.
Another stage from Sonic Adventure 2 is Radical Highway. I'm actually kinda surprised this one looks so faithful. You see, Sonic Generations started this trend of reimagining older game stages and themes into a modern lens. And sometimes they look similar, but clearly have an overhauled style to them. This style is basically the same as what's being used in the racing games, honestly, so seeing them do stages we'd never seen get remade before is kinda like seeing what stages that weren't in Sonic Generations would look like if they were. Funny enough, Radical Highway actually is in Shadow Generation, so it's like 2 different takes on remaking the look, but both feel faithful yet different from each other. I guess that's for obvious reasons. To be fair, stages like this and Windy Valley have been remade before in the Olympic Games. Ooh, Windy Valley would be kinda cool to see in CrossWorlds. We've also got Sand Road. I think this was also in Team Sonic Racing. Yes, that's right. Based on Sandopolis from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, at least in name, and I believe off of Sand Hill from Sonic Adventure, at least based on the music. I played that comparison to get the tune in your head, so you'll hear what I mean when I point out the fun fact! This tune also played ever so briefly in Sonic Movie 3 randomly when Tails was going over the infiltration plan.
That will give me full control over it. That's what we need you two for.
Wait a minute though, this stage was in Mystic Ruins and not on Angel Island, so it's not the same place as from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Also, they have boo ghosts here, like the Pyramid Caves and Death Chambers from Sand Ocean in Sonic Adventure 2. Do some of the tracks also play any of those themes? Cause that'd be pretty cool. I guess there's always fan remixes and mods. Okay, so 3 sand locations grouped together. Oh wait, is Sand Ruins from Sonic Riders a 4th location? Or is it the same as Sand Hill? It has the moving structures like Sand Hill. Anyway, we got a stage called Water Palace, like from Sonic Rush, I think. I mean, it doesn't really look the same, but I don't know, maybe. Still, Rush Spotlight, hopefully. Also, Mystic Jungle from Sonic Forces. You know, finally, the stage is put to good use. I wonder if there's any connection to the Mystic Ruins. I'm just saying, I know it ain't that deep. I'm thinking too hard about it. But, like, if I were Lore Master, I'm just saying, I think I'd be pretty good at tying this stuff together. Apotos is a good one. Yeah, despite Apotos mostly being neighborhoods, they made it look really natural as a track. We also have E Stadium with some Green Hill Zone theme in it, but otherwise it's a typical Sonic Racing original track. Otherwise, it kind of reminds me of Mario Kart of the 8 variety, not gonna lie. A good chunk of these are original tracks, which is cool, but kind of taking up space for more Sonic tracks. I mean, we have a lot of Sonic stages we could pull from, people. When an original track starts, it kind of sometimes leaves me wondering, am I missing something? Do I just not know what game this is from? I mean, I guess the museum stage does reference a few different games. Oh, speaking of which, we have Crossworld specific tracks, apparently, which, I don't know, it's kind of a cool idea, but I was hoping that the Crossworld thing was going to allow you to go into any other track randomly, and I honestly think it would have been cool to have at least 2 Crossworld tracks at a time. Like, that split up the players. Whoever comes out the other side first is obviously going to start the 3rd lap first anyways, so, I mean, it would also be kind of cool if it wasn't just the 2nd lap, but maybe something that had to be activated. Like, if you get enough rings and press something to activate it at the end of a lap, but then if no one else does it, then you stay on the track. Or if only a certain number of people can make it through the Crossworld in time and the others have to continue in the base course. I don't know. It's not a bad idea, like I said, but they could definitely do more with it, so maybe in a future game. I do feel like limiting stages like Dinosaur Jungle from Secret Rings and Pirate Storm, also from Secret Rings, I think, to just being Crossworld tracks is a bit of a shame. Sky Road is a stage from Sonic Lost World, but in this, it's definitely not Lost World, it's just the same in name. Sorta like Digital Circuit. There's a stage in Shadow 5 by the same name, but it doesn't look nor sound the same. Aqua Forest looks pretty sick. I really like seeing the Water Road aesthetic, and I don't really know what else to say about it. It looks like a writer's stage, if I've ever seen one. In addition to that, we have the Dawn Puff Factory, Chow Park, I'm pretty sure we saw that stage with the Centipede from Sonic Riders, Holoska from Sonic Unleashed, as well as Dragon Road. We have Sweet Mountain from Sonic Colors, as well as Galactic something. You know, Starlight Carnival from Sonic Colors. This one is a given because it's basically the new Sonic Racing Rainbow Road. Actually, there is a Rainbow Garden. I'm sure one of these stages is also from Sonic Frontiers as well, right? I can't remember. Oh yeah, and also Kronos Island. We also have the Shadow Generations version of White Space and Doom Zone. Whew. You know, aside from the kinda Sand Hill reference, we've gotten stages from Sonic Adventure 2, Heroes, Rush, Secret Rings, Unleashed, Colors, Generations, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Forces, and Frontiers. Even Sonic Superstars, but not really much else from Sonic Adventure, or even Sonic Mania, or Lost World. I mean, Sky Road is cool, but I think they should have just given it a different name, and actually given us Sky Road from Sonic Lost World. I'd like to have seen Chemical Plant. Honestly, I'd also really like Ice Cap from Sonic 3, but we all know we'll never get that ever again. Lava Reef could be cool though. Actually, it'd be hot. Or Hydro City Zone would be cool. Since they have multiple track names per area, you could have Hydro City encompass Hydrocity Zone, and maybe a middle ground track, the Hydro Velocity Zone. I'm a little surprised that Stardust Speedway isn't a track. Not just the bad future we always see either. But, you know, it would have been cool to see them actually try and make the present version of the weird trumpet roads and use Crossworld mechanics to see the different versions of the stage. It would be neat to get, like, Twinkle Park, or at least Twinkle Circuit, right? For that matter, remake Route 99 and 280? Yeah, 280. How about Studiopolis? Oh, and in all honesty, if we're going to steal the R from Sonic R, how freaking dope would it have been to actually race through Resort Island and or Radical City and or Radiant Emerald? Speed Highway? You got Radical Highway. They're highways. We finally get the answer to how people drive on these damn roads. Put it to work. And I don't know how much sense it would make, but I mean, they showed Dinosaur Jungle from Secret Rings. I think it'd be pretty cool to include Echidnaopolis as a track, or include Prime and Race Through New York and the Boss Cage Maze. We're getting variants anyways. Lastly, where's my Pumpkin Hill representation? I really wish there was something I could do to display for you all to see how I'm imagining these stages looking, but alas, one can only dream. That was a lot. So, what all stages would you have liked to see adapted into a Sonic racing stage? Let me know right down below, and maybe like and subscribe if you want to show more support in my posting Sonic topics for fun. I just want to bring up stuff and chat about it. It's a conversation. I'm just throwing it out there. We're all a part of this. But until next time.
I'm out of here.